Hi, welcome to Everyday Movie Recap, where we will tell the story of the movie Old from the year 2021. Grab your popcorn and enjoy. We are introduced to the Kappa family visiting a remote island to take a vacation. The loving mother of Trent and Maddox Kappa, Priska, cheers for her daughters as they merrily sing as they excitedly anticipate the vacation. 6 years old Trent asks if he would be able to do scuba diving, to which, his father Guy replies that he is much too young for that. Moments later, they arrive at the hotel and they are greeted by all the staff. They treat the family very well and the manager even personally gives them complimentary cocktails and other drinks. Priska proudly tells her husband that she just found the hotel online. They enter a spacious room to be their living quarters during their stay. Guy tells the playful kids to be careful as the ornaments in the room seem to be very expensive. But Guy reads a pamphlet that says no kids are allowed on the beach. It is a ridiculous rule, but they pay it no mind as other kids can also be seen playing on the beach. That night, Guy and Priska argue. It turns out that the two have already filed for a divorce and they want to have one last vacation as a family. Apart from that, Priska is suffering from a medical condition that will kill her in 2 to 3 years. They go quiet for a while and Trent gets a letter from his friend saying that they will have an ice cream eating contest. The following morning, in another part of the hotel, young model Crystal enjoys her life being married to an older rich doctor named Charles. While ordering, she tells her 6-year-old daughter to sit up straight. Meanwhile, the Kappa family is being invited by the owner of the hotel to a private beach on the other side of the mountain. But they have to keep quiet about it as only a select people get invited. As the owner leaves, a woman suffers from epileptic seizures. Her name is Patricia and her nurse boyfriend Jaron holds her hand as she gradually calms down. Along with the driver, the Kappa family, the doctor, and his family are taken to the secret beach. It is closed off with a huge fence that prevents any trespassers from entering. The driver tells them that he will come back at 5 p.m. They enter through the jungle between huge rocks. Charles set up the umbrellas but another person watches them from the side. Thinking that he's ogling his wife, he sets up somewhere farther away. The black dude's name is Mid-Sized Sedan, a famous rapper. The adults get to relax and the kids play. They play hide and seek and Trent notices there are no fishes anywhere. He gets startled when a floating body of a woman touches him from behind. Sedan peers at them from afar but he is seen with blood oozing from his nose. He is shocked because he has been waiting for her to come. They were together but she decided to explore and swim by herself. The others suspect something and ask him why his nose is bleeding. He doesn't say anything and tells the others that he has nothing to do with her death. Meanwhile, the grandmother of Kara mumbles that her chest feels weird. Trent also reports to her mom that his swimsuit is starting to get tight. They also try to call the authorities but there is no signal at all. While that is happening, Jaron and Patricia arrive. Charles tells the couple about the situation and that they have to cancel their beach fun. Crystal then comes. She is panicking and wants her husband to follow her. Jaron tries to go back to where the hotel driver them off but an invisible wall blocks his way and he stumbles back toward the group. Meanwhile, Charles's mother is suffering from some ailment that makes her feel sick. Before he can attend to her mother, Priska asks for his help for something urgent. Something is happening to the kids. Moments later, the grandmother stops breathing. Trent and Maddox are still playing, and they interview Jaron. It can also be heard that their voice is much deeper and mature compared to before. When Priska comes to fetch her children, she sees that they are older than before. The two look like they aged for 5 years within that short time. Guy is also shocked and tells his family that they have to leave. Sedan freaks out and runs away. Charles, thinking that he is behind the deaths, chases after him. However, before they can even leave, they experience intense pain and passed out on the beach. For some reason, people are blacking out when they try to leave. They break into groups of 2 to find another way out. Meanwhile, a flicker of light from the mountain can be seen. No matter what they try, they still wake up dizzy and confused. Charles then slashes at Sedan, but within a few seconds, the wounds heal itself in no time. Sedan gets scared saying that he did not do anything. He only wanted to help himself and the girl who was experiencing some kind of sickness. Patricia finds some connection and says that they are also on vacation to relax from the pain of her frequent epilepsy. They group up to talk about their next steps when Priska feels something on her side. The benign tumor that she has, which was supposed to be only 3 centimeters, has grown much bigger. She faints and they decide to perform surgery on it. The doctor performs an incision but within seconds, it instantly heals. With everyone's help, they force the cut open and successfully remove the tumor. Priska then wakes up and assures everyone that she's okay. After that, Sedan makes a shocking discovery as the deceased body of the woman from before had completely become all bones. She says that should have been impossible as it takes 7 years for the body to completely decompose. They deduce that something is wrong with the time on that beach. Half an hour there is equivalent to 1 year of human life. And the reason why they can't get out is due to the body not being able to adapt to the normal time from outside. That's why they all lose consciousness. After that, the next scene shocks everyone as they find Kara with a big belly. No, it is not because she is full, but because she and Trent did some quickie in the tent. Within such a short period, Kara becomes 5 months pregnant, but the two still don't realize what is happening and think that Kara just got fat. Within a few minutes, she goes into labor. And then, the baby's cries were heard, but, in 1 minute, the baby is unalived, probably due to lack of sustenance. They each go to some corner to ease their mind from the events. Charles on the other hand gets crazy and stabs Sedan to death. They then take the knife away from him. As the waves are a little calmer, Jaren offers to find an escape route toward the sea. Meanwhile, Guy realizes that everyone in the group has some medical condition. Charles with mental illness, Patricia with epilepsy, and Priska with tumor. The ones behind the scheme specifically chose them. They can make it so that they disappeared without a trace. On top of the mountain, a silhouette of a person observes them from afar. At the beach, Maddox is having a one-on-one talk with her mother. She asks her if she is going to divorce her dad. She admits that she is having an affair because she got scared of the tumor. Maddox then separates from her saying that she just needs some time, but time is something that is quickly running out for them, as many have already died. She goes to take a swim when suddenly, the corpse of Jaren touches her. She quickly runs away to tell everyone about Jaren's death. Trent and Kara then bury their dead baby under the sand. After that, Kara goes up to climb the rocks. She thinks that the invisible thing that makes them all age quickly won't affect them at the top. However, she faints and falls to her death. They have little time to mourn for her when Patricia gets seizure attacks and dies. Guy also gets affected and his vision blurred so much that he isn't even able to recognize his wife. Priska on the other hand loses all her hearing. That night, at the campfire, Guy tells Priska that he already found out about her cheating. He tells her that she deserves someone better than that guy. She apologizes to him and says that she is the only one she loves. The scene shifts to Maddox and Trent, who are trying to find things to add to the fire. Upon searching, they discover a note from someone. It says that the magnetism of that place combined with special minerals in the rocks are the ones responsible for their rapid aging. Trent suggests that they use a metal tube to cover up their bodies to protect themselves against the aging. At the fire camp, Charles gets another episode of craziness. He thinks that Guy is going to report him to the police for the crimes he has committed. He continues slashing at Guy and Priska goes towards her kids to make them hide from the crazy Charles. The two hide inside a cave but they hear that someone is with them. It is Crystal. She is becoming much older and in her desperation, she also attacks the two kids. Because of the rapid healing of that place, her limbs healed in the wrong direction making her look like a freak. Meanwhile, Priska protects her husband and she uses a knife with rust that kills Charles in the most gruesome way. The Kappa family is the only one left alive. Maddox soothes her mother with a song. Guy also forgives his wife telling her he's not mad anymore. He tries to say some cheesy pickup lines but he forgets it saying that his mind can't remember the word. The two of them peacefully died that night. When morning comes, Trent and Maddox are much older than they were last night. They only have a day before they completely exhaust their lifetime. Before they make their last escape, they make some sandcastles just like they did when they were younger. Trent suddenly remembers a note given to him by his friend at the hotel. From there, he discovers a message that says the owner of the hotel doesn't like the corals. Realizing that this must be a clue to their escape, the two swam together toward it. They discover an underground cave full of corals. Meanwhile, their driver, the one who took them to that place, is the one observing them from afar. He uses a giant telescope and after some time, he calls his boss to tell him that the two died and that the experiment is over. He drives towards a secured facility. Inside, laboratory equipment and scientists conduct many tests. They belong to a pharmaceutical company that experiments on many diseases using the effects of the aging capability of that beach. After announcing the experiment for that batch is complete, they proceed to delete their files. Then, the boss tells everyone some casualties are required for them to cure millions of people. Because of that last experiment, they discovered a medicine to stop epileptic seizures. This was the one fed to Patricia just before she was taken to the beach. The whole staff applauds for their success. Life goes on in the hotel and the experiment continues. However, what they did not know was that Trent and Maddox survived by swimming under those corals. He shows the evidence to an officer. The pharmaceuticals' days are over as divulge their crimes and they are all going to be arrested. The movie ends with Trent and Maddox, who lost 50 years of their lifetime and are taken away somewhere safe. Thank you for watching. For more content like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe.